Blackwater Gulch is a 96-page hardback book from Gangfight Game Studio. Subtitled a Western Horror Skirmish Game, the rules and miniatures are themed around a Wild West town that lingers next to a nexus point for evil, a gateway to hell. The first 13 pages of the book focus upon introducing the overall setting and the town of Blackwater Gulch. A series of events and incidents help to shed light upon this unfortunate Wild West town, which has become associated with death and horror, whilst offering riches to those willing or able to survive. The Getting Started section introduces the rules, beginning with an outline of the basic requirements. This is a D6 based system, using inches for measurement, with the average gaming table being a 3 foot by 3 foot space. Miniatures wise, you need heroes, henchmen and minions to create a gang. Each character is defined by a series of attributes which are recorded on a card which comes with each pack of miniatures. The game uses attribute rolls and target numbers, with the number of D6 rolled to beat a target number being defined by the attribute score. The number of successes is more important than the actual total number scored by the dice. Objective tokens and loot are noted as an optional part of games, with players providing their own markers for objectives and having access to a series of loot cards which can be bought from the company. After establishing initiative with a dice roll, each player takes it in turns to activate their characters, alternating as they go along. Each character may perform a number of actions up to their stamina level, with the standard type of actions. Some actions, such as change equipment and consume item, have elements of the computer game about them. Movement is dependent upon the speed value of the character, although models may only move 12 inches per turn unless they have a skill, attribute or item that enables them to do otherwise. Attacking is conducted using either the ranged or melee combat attribute, and has a target number of 4, although this can be subject to modifiers. The action and target number system makes for quick, simple to resolve turns and keeps the tabletop action going. Every aspect of the game environment is covered as simply as possible, with clearly laid out rules on things like terrain, line of sight, etc. Morale and winning are major factors in the game. Your morale drops as your characters do, so once your gang falls below half strength and becomes outnumbered, the higher the target number needed to beat to stay on the table. Games last a maximum of 6 turns, and victory points for taking out the enemy, objectives and loot are all counted. In addition to the core rules, there are special rules included to add depth to the game, whether special weapon types or abilities. The game also outlines the backgrounds to a number of gangs from the overall background, grouped into one of the factions. You've got lawmen, outlaws, beasts and the cursed. These correspond to miniatures that have been released, but if you prefer, you can create your own custom characters using the rules provided. Skill descriptions and options are noted and explained, plus special abilities to add those horror or magical items. The rules continue with the all-important equipment, which is again similar to the items found often in computer games, and it's exactly the same as those items on the loot cards. Like many modern games, this is a narrative-led experience which lends itself well to campaign play, hence the simple but quite detailed rules and a series of scenarios to help create the basics of an event that can form part of the campaign. There is also a campaign roster sheet which can be photocopied, and tokens which may be used. Overall, this rulebook is very well laid out and simple to reference, with some good use of images of miniatures, excellent artwork, and overall a great approach. The rules appear simple to follow and have some factors which can be added to give greater depth. Although the supernatural elements of the game's backstory are fairly integral, they are not essential, and the rules could be used as a straightforward set of Wild West rules. The miniature support for the game is excellent, producing some characterful figures which come with game cards. An interesting game, with plenty of room for expansion.
This video has been produced by WI Prime. WI Prime is Wargames Illustrated Magazine's online members club. As a WI Prime member, you get access to all Wargames Illustrated videos before anyone else. We'll keep you posted on what's new via the Primetime News Bulletin delivered to your inbox every Friday. If you're not a WI Prime member, you're missing out on loads of benefits, including access to the Wargames Illustrated Vault, freebies, discount vouchers, PDFs of the latest magazine, and more. Find out more about WI Prime by following the link.